Yo, what's going on YouTubians? It's Jonathan and I'm back with you with another video. In my previous video, I did 10 ways the Moto X Style or the Pure Edition is better than the OnePlus 2. A lot of people got a little bit pissy pants, but that's okay because I'm back with another video, and this time I'm going to do 10 reasons the OnePlus 2 is better than the Moto X Style or Pure Edition, depending on your country. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing started. So to kick this thing off, we're going to talk about battery size. The OnePlus 2 has a much larger battery than the Moto X Style. I wouldn't say it's a huge difference, but you're looking at 3,300 milliamp hours versus 3,000. So with the 1080p display on the OnePlus 2 and the fact that it's using an underclocked Snapdragon 810, you should expect way better battery life out of the OnePlus 2 versus the Moto X Style. Reason number 2, the fingerprint sensor. So with the OnePlus 2, you're going to get a built-in fingerprint sensor that's not found on the Moto X Style, so you're going to get better security, especially if you like your phone locked down or you leave it lying around more and you don't want people going through it. That fingerprint sensor will come in handy. Reason number 3, which is probably one of my favorite things about the OnePlus 2, the fact that it has a dedicated alert slider. So you can pretty much use that slider to put it into priority notifications, you can have it shut down all notifications, or you can just click it onto all and have all your notifications come through. It's probably, like I said, one of the best things that I found that I personally like about the OnePlus 2. Reason number 4, USB Type-C. Granted, you're not going to get the fast charging capability or any higher data speed transfer rates. It's still more future-proof than other phones on the market because this is the way most manufacturers are going. So USB Type-C kind of gives you a little bit of future-proofness or future-proofing, however you want to say it. And it is reversible, so it's more like the Lightning connector on the iPhones, and it's just a really cool feature that is not found on the Moto X Style. Reason number 5. Now there's nothing wrong with stock Android, which is pretty much what the Moto X Style is running, but Oxygen OS is a great OS and it's full of customizations. So you're going to be able to personalize your phone a lot more with the OnePlus 2 versus the Moto X Style. Reason number 6, and this is really only geared towards the 64GB version of the OnePlus 2 because it comes with 4GB of RAM. The Moto X Style only has 3. If you get the smaller 16GB OnePlus 2, you're going to be getting only 3GB of RAM, but it's only like a $50 price difference. So if you get the 16GB version, you're pretty much crazy. You should get the 64GB version. It's a better deal and you get more for your money. Reason number 7, the OnePlus 2 is running the Snapdragon 810 processor versus the Moto X Style, which is running the Snapdragon 808 processor. Granted, OnePlus did underclock the 810 to avoid overheating issues, so technically they're both clocked at 1.8 GHz and they should perform very similar. However, the OnePlus 2 has a much better GPU. It's the Adreno 430 and the Moto X Style has the Adreno 418. So when it comes to high frame rate games or games that have a lot of graphics, you're going to get much better results on the OnePlus 2, and hopefully they fix the overheating issue, so you should be able to have a much better experience with the OnePlus 2 when it comes to the CPU and the GPU, especially because it's octa-core versus a hexa-core processor. So in theory, you should get much better results with the OnePlus 2. Reason number 8, even though the OnePlus 2 is on an invite-only system, it's still cheaper. You can get a 16GB OnePlus 2 with 3GB of RAM for $329. You could pick up the 64GB version with 4GB of RAM for $389. That is a hell of a bargain. Reason number 9, the OnePlus 2 supports the dual SIM technology, so it can fit 2 SIM cards in its SIM tray at the same time. So if you like to travel, or if you have family in one country and you have family in another country and then you live in another country, this phone was meant for you. It's meant for people that go from country to country and go on different carriers. Reason number 10. Now, it's really cool that the Moto Style has Moto Maker, and it's great to be able to personalize your phone the first time around, not have to worry about putting a case on it. But the OnePlus 2 comes with swappable backplates, and that's awesome for durability. They retail for about 27 bucks. You can pick it up in black apricot, rosewood, bamboo, and Kevlar, and it's really, really awesome. So if you get bored of your phone and you don't like the way it came with the sandstone black, you could just buy a swappable backplate and boom, that's it. And technically with the OnePlus 2, you don't need a case because if that backplate gets damaged, you just throw a new one on there and you're good to go. Now, just like I did with the Moto X Style, here's a quick bonus reason. The OnePlus 2 was made for rooting, and it's also made to be unlocked. You can unlock that bootloader super easy and then throw a custom ROM on it and make it the way you want it. And it doesn't void your warranty. This is great for developers and people that like tinkering with their phones. Well guys, that does it. That was 10 reasons the OnePlus 2 is better than the Moto X Style. They're both very capable phones, and they're both very affordable phones. And I can't wait to get my hands on both of these to put together a full in-depth comparison for you. The reasons I came up with are solely based off specifications and research that I have done. That doesn't mean that the list is wrong though, because it's all based off facts. However, when it comes to experience, these things could change, so I highly suggest you guys stay tuned and wait for my full review and full comparison of both of these devices. Now, I'm sure I missed a few things such as laser autofocus or the capacitive buttons or the on-screen buttons or just some overall software tweaks in general, and I didn't mean to offend anybody, but these are the reasons that I found were more important to me. So I want to know, what phone are you guys looking forward to the most? The OnePlus 2 or the Moto X Style? One's going to be a lot easier to get than the other, but if you took that factor out of the picture, which phone would you guys get? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so that way you don't miss my full in-depth review or any giveaways I have going on in the future. Go ahead and follow me on all my social media connections. That way, if you have any questions, you can get at me in a more direct way and it'll be easier for me to respond. And of course, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.